Hey there, I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta. Before I get into the update today, big thanks for everybody on Patreon who continues to support this channel, especially now that we have some storm systems out here. Mulan, located just towards the south of Hong Kong, loads of convection and inflow moving into the storm system. JMA did upgrade it to a tropical storm. Wind right now estimated to be 65 kilometers per hour, pressure down to 996 hectopascals. Signal force warnings continue to increase there in the metro area of Hong Kong, and even over towards Macau. Much of Guangdong, you're going to continue to see that inflow as we go ahead over the course of the next 24 to 36 hours. Actually, let's look ahead here. Here's our system. 1500 on Wednesday, pushing just towards the southwest of Hong Kong, then eventually moving directly over towards Hanoi, maintaining tropical storm intensity. That's the good news. Doesn't look like this is still consolidated enough for that core to tighten up and become that classic warm core tropical system type of low. So we're not going to get that organization there. With that said, still potent. I mean, we've been seeing those flooding back towards the Philippines. The good news, and I'll quickly touch on this, in the Philippines, including places like Manila, flooding has been taking place. Now the winds have shifted more south to north off of your coastline. This means, yeah, still isolated, scattered afternoon showers, but you're not seeing that persistent rainfall anymore. That is more of a problem for Hong Kong, where, boy, it is going to continue to kick on shore. These areas in the grains indicating 50 to 70 kilometer per hour winds on the right side of the storm system, as it is a monsoonal gyre type of low. So the max winds are removed from that center. And then eventually it's going to kick off towards Hanoi and bring loads of rainfall. Northern areas of Cambodia and northern Vietnam and northern Laos, for sure going to see that precip kick on through. And you can just see that stretching off towards our west, with that inflow coming in around this storm system. That is a classic monsoonal type of gyre type of storm. When you see this, you always have to worry about that threat of flooding. Also, remember, before the arrival of a storm, know that information from official sources. Check and prepare a ready-to-go emergency kit. Something we should always have just in case of earthquakes out here as well. So there's a tropical storm Mulan from JMA, another low pressure area. Pressure right now about 1,008 hectopascals. Very not terribly organized at this time, but there is rotation out there right over the Ogasawara Islands. And in fact, positive vorticity indicating that cyclonic rotation, upward vertical motion right over the Ogasawara Islands as well. Do have some negative vor up towards the north, a little bit of dry air this would have to contend with, but right now, GFS and ECMWF both want to develop the system at least into a tropical depression. Spaghetti plots are fantastic, but they don't show intensity, so I know this looks scary, but we always got to look at all the different dynamics of the model outlooks here. And this is the ECMWF showing our circulation. These are the Ogasawara Islands, by the way. Chichi and Hahajima, mother and father islands out here, actually. This is basically actually part of Tokyo. So is the Izu Islands right there. Izu Islands are probably going to get the worst of this. Right there showing Kozushima. That's going to get just wild up to it. Probably tropical storm strength, wind gust at the very least. While Tokyo, if the center remains just offshore, the metro area probably isn't going to see much of anything. Gusty conditions would be over towards Oshima, back towards the Izu Peninsula, and even over towards Chiba as well. And eventually this will kick off towards the east, getting wrapped up with that mid-level trough. That same trough, by the way, brought a devastating flooding into the Korean Peninsula, eventually going to wrap this up and kick it towards the east. Take a look across the Philippines. I know a lot of you watch from there. So, of course, there's your weather for Thursday. 29 in Manila. Baguio at 23. Top at 30 degrees. And look across the Cagayan Valley, 31 over towards 33 as well there. So, yeah, keep an eye on that. Like I mentioned, if you want to help out this channel, check out that Patreon. I know I say it all the time, but if you really do like this channel, the more you support it, the more likely I can keep doing this. I got a full-time job on TV now. Also working consulting. It's I got my hands in a bunch of pots, but this really just pays for the studio that I'm in right now. It looks like a green screen, but yeah, I got multiple lights, new nice computer here. So yeah, if you want to help out, that really does help. Stay safe out there as always, and thanks for